I experience the goodness of community at Calvary by having the honor to visit our VIPs, Calvary's very inspiring people. It's such a joy to be welcomed into their homes and to hear their sacred stories.
And I experience the goodness of Calvary through people like Brenda coming to visit, especially when you're isolated. It just makes you feel so much better to have somebody like her in person.
I experience Calvary sharing goodness with the world when we become part of Calvary's online ministry. After the pandemic cleared and most went back to their sanctuaries, we had many that wanted to continue meeting with us online. We watch Calvary's worship, but have a time for our sharing of our concerns in the chat. How amazing the live stream ministry is in keeping us connected, and the types of connections I see forming, and the support I can give and that we give each other.
Hi, I'm Mick Davey. We found that one of the major benefits of the men's group is that it created a bonding of Christian men who strive together to care for one another and promote interesting topics and programs to entertain and educate all of Calvary.
When Dave Crane and Bill Panikwar developed the men's group 6 years ago, their main purpose was for the goodness of Calvary and the fellowship of men within the group.
I experience the goodness of Calvary through how much our children feel loved.
I experience the goodness of Calvary through how accepted wholeheartedly our children are for who they are here.
My name is Joseph Kennison. I'm from Daytona Beach, Florida, and I came here to Denver, Colorado. I'm located in a small town called Southmore. And since I came here to Calvary Church, the people here are very nice, and I found the Spirit in God that has lifted me and made me feel very special and wanted here. And I've tried to help in every way that I could. At the same time, meeting some very good people here at Calvary. And Calvary is a very special church, and I still think very highly of it. And they've helped me to the point where I've just felt good about myself and other people. And that I'm very grateful for meeting these people here, and Chad and all the people here at Calvary. And I'm just very fulfilled and very grateful for what they've done.
I experienced the goodness of God through Calvary by participating in Caring Hearts, a support group for caregivers of partners and family members. The group formed before the COVID pandemic. We meet by Zoom 2 or 3 times a month. God's comfort and care come to us as we share our ups and downs, as we laugh and cry together, sharing our stories and love. Many of us have lost partners, and we continue support through loss and grief. We become lifelong friends, praying for one another, encouraging celebration and self-care, and recognizing the wisdom of our experience in this chapter of our lives. And by the way, I also experience God's goodness here at Calvary as a member of Ribbons and the Calvary Choir and the Executive Board. I'm so grateful for Calvary.
I experience goodness at Calvary with the support and love that they give us. And as you can see, it's gone on for generations.
I experience goodness through God at Calvary when I get to worship with my 3 generations of family.
Hi, I'm Ian Cummins, and I, 28 years ago, was ordained in this church thanks to the support of the pastor then, Mary Hulst. Through those years, Calvary has continued to support seminary students in their education, including now Priska, who's in the process here at Calvary. There's financial support, there's emotional support, there's a committee that goes with that. There's lots of ways that this church has encouraged current and future ministers, and we thank you for that support.
I experienced the goodness of God through Calvary by being able to attend and serve in a church that has queer community for me to be able to engage with and accepts all people and their children regardless of sexuality or gender identity.
I experienced the goodness of God through Calvary by being involved in the music ministry and volunteering in various ways around the church. Whether I'm singing in choir or substituting one Sunday on the pipe organ, this is how I experienced the goodness of God at Calvary.
Hello, we are Dan and Estela Schweising.
This month we're talking about goodness. And Galatians 6, 9, and 10 reminds us not to grow weary in what is doing right, because in God's time we will reap a good harvest. We see that goodness is growing in many ways right here at Calvary, and also in the work of our American Baptist missionaries around the world.
For me, I experienced the goodness of God through Calvary when I listened to the inspiring preaching of our dear pastor, when I take part in church school and enjoy the fellowship of our church members. And I also try to share the goodness of God with others by sending cards, making phone calls, and sometimes visiting those who are sick or on our prayer list. Through those small acts of care, I can share the goodness of God through Calvary.
And beyond our walls, people like Barb Bullock, one of our American Baptist missionaries, are also spreading goodness. Barb directs the Toledo Kumi Girls Clubs throughout Latin America, training mentors and supporting girls' discipleship. Right now, she's in Cuba, working with pastors and leaders to adapt the program for their communities, sowing seeds of goodness that will grow for years to come. By leaning into goodness, we help make this and so much more possible here and around the world.
So let's keep doing good together, Calvary, and trust God for the harvest.